Right guys, we're going to be looking at the paranormal video, and the description is in the general going past which one we are watching, but we just can get straight into it.
At around 3 in the morning, this elderly lady was fast asleep when the security camera installed by her granddaughter for peace of mind captured something that would leave them both in a shock a few days later. What they saw on the footage nights earlier seemed like an eerie sign of what was to come. It was uploaded on r/paranormal videos by Yanya77, who mentioned that her grandmother is bedbound and sleeps on a railed bed for safety, which makes the footage all the more strange. Take a look.
Something there. And it's gone. I mean, I don't want to say editing, but it could be like editing. But it could be natural as well. It could be a proper ghost going on there. But I don't think a leg. And we got orbs over here.
Did you spot it? No? We'll highlight it for you. But first, let's talk about why this left them speechless. You see, the OP commented under the post revealing that only a few hours after the video was recorded, they were told by doctors that their grandmother's leg was, quote unquote, dead and ready to be amputated. Now let's look at the footage again, zoomed in and sped up. What on earth is that? A leg materializing and slowly disappearing like a ghost. They truly believe this was a sign because her grandmother couldn't even feel her leg, let alone move it. And the way it appears, only to disappear seconds later, is truly bizarre. Could the leg appearing on the footage be some kind of sign? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Number 14.
Right, next one.
Antics. This guy knew his house was haunted from day one. After living there for over 2 years, he got pretty used to all the strange happenings, but no amount of experience could prepare him for this paranormal punch in the face down in the basement. The place he says was the hotspot for paranormal activity.
Like I was saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here. And I mean, you can't really. That's freaky stuff right there.
Right at the back, you see that? Something fell right by there. Oh, on again.
It's giving me goosebumps. Boy, here we go with the door. Yeah.
Oh, look at that door opening. I know some might say, yeah, we could have like a
creepy. So that
like,
door,
like a device to make the door open, but
it doesn't ever close. Stay like that. Oh, there you go. Let go of it. Oh crap, that's freaky.
According to him, before he took his camera out, he felt a presence behind him, and that's when the activity started in full force. Over the 2 years he lived in this house, he experienced a series of unsettling events, from saw blades sliding off tables to strange shadows moving when confronted. The whole house seemed alive, with paranormal activity, but the basement was the epicenter of these eerie encounters. The door that was swinging open and closed was apparently an extremely heavy and thick oak door, one that even he, a self-proclaimed big guy, struggled to open and close. He mentioned that he had seen this door open and close by itself before, but this was the first time he managed to capture it on camera. So who or what was moving it so easily? Let us know what you think. Number 13. Locked and bolted. Before tucking herself into bed, Lisa made sure everything was shut and locked up. She went to sleep safe, knowing the front door was totally fine, but that comfort was soon stripped away when she went downstairs the next morning and saw that the door had swung wide open. Thinking the worst, that someone had broken in and was still in the house, she ran to look at the security camera, only to discover something even spookier had happened.
Oh. Wait, what the heck? I don't know if it was a glare off the glass and that. I mean, from the light outside, that was reflecting off this and then reflected up back onto this. But yeah, if we go back a little bit. I mean, as the door is opening, watch again.
Something even spookier had happened.
Don't know if it's orbs. Watch. Yeah, reflections.
If the door was locked and bolted like she said, how the hell did it just swing open? Something would have had to have unlocked it and pushed it. And even creepier, there's clearly a screen door behind it. So there's no way anyone could have pushed it open, locked or not. What do you think happened here? Leave your theories in the comments. Number 12. Morning brew. While setting up his shop, this dude took a sip of his coffee and placed it down, ready to start the day, until he realized that someone, or something, wasn't too supportive of his morning brew. There could be a chance that a stray hair got caught either in the lid or under the cup when it was placed down, and when he moved back, he unknowingly...
Nah, his hair's not that long. It's supposed to be under the cup, for one. And on top of that, it was like right in the middle, and his hair wasn't anywhere near, so I don't think it was a stray hair. That could just be a genuine, ghost moment.
dragged it along with them. But if that were the case, surely the cup would have fallen the second he moved a muscle, right? Plus, he mentioned that this is far from the only strange thing that happened in that shop, and not just for him, his colleagues also witnessed some weird stuff in there. But since ghosts don't act on command, this is the only time it happened near the camera. So what happened? Do you think it was something normal and natural, or something a little otherworldly? Number 11. Run like the wind. This family were going about their evening as they usually would, but living near the woods never makes for a peaceful evening, does it? Because while they were all chilling inside the house, something was lingering in the trees just outside.
Right, the lights caught my attention by here, by coming on like that. By the trees, it says, so over by here. Oh, there you go. Right in the middle of here, now.
In the top left corner, you can see a small, pale figure sprinting into the woods. Now, you could argue that this was a child because the figure is clearly tiny, but why would a child be running around seemingly naked at stupid o'clock? Could this be some kind of tiny cryptid? What do you think? Number 10. Musical beds. Almost all kids fear the monster under their beds, and it was no different in this house. The kids felt something was after them, but it wasn't just under the bed, it was all over the house.
Oh. Okay. Morse code. What the hell?
Apparently, the little girl went to her parents' room, terrified, saying she saw someone on the ceiling. Her parents didn't believe her until they watched the footage and noticed the light flickering and the sound of the switch clicking. But everyone was in bed. The activity didn't stop there though. No matter how much the parents moved the kids' beds, the boogeyman always found them.
No, that's creepy, innit? No matter what you did to make sure your kids were safe, you know what I mean? Those ghost entities kept finding them. It must be attached to something. So it's like no matter where they move them to, it must be attached to the bed or something. Wait, hold on a minute. Did that bear move? Oh, was it this on the floor by here? Let's go back a bit. Yeah, I don't think she kicked it, did she? No. Well, I looked down in, so it wasn't at the bottom, so it must be. Try again. Right. No, there's none of these over here then. Yeah, that's weird. No, that's
She
interesting.
felt something touch her foot and thought it was the dog. The camera captured her genuine reaction, showing her feet moving naturally, as if in response to a touch. They often capture weird orbs and strange knots on their YZ cameras, including here, where 3 clear taps or knots can be heard as the orbs move behind the camera. If this isn't enough to get you to sleep with your feet under the quilt, I don't know what is. Number 9.
Doesn't matter if you sleep with your feet under the thing, they'll
While
just
checking
pull
over
the
CCTV
quilt off and
footage
grab
of
your
their
legs
hospital
anyway.
shift, this person noticed that one of the dynamic stretchers popped up, which wouldn't be a problem had there been someone actually operating it.
Oh.
A stretcher might pop down after too much stress, but how does it pop up? Was there a ghostly nurse on the shift that night? Let us know any of your theories in the comments.
Matron.
Number 8.
The
Shoe
ghostly
stopper.
matron doing her rounds
Your
checking
running
on
shoes usually
the
only
items.
move when they're on, well, your feet, but this terrifying trainer seemed to have other ideas.
Oh, shit. Busted.
freaking wish I could have stayed there so much longer. Oh my god. This happens to me every time. I'm so sad.
Whoa.
Okay,
What?
that's pretty cool.
Looks like they're called running shoes for more reasons than one. How do you explain what happened here? Let us know. Number 7. The Bugle Hotel. The Bugle Hotel, Portsmouth, is over 400 years old.
Well, there's one way. You could have like maybe fishing wire, and where he was standing, you could easily pull it. But yeah, I mean, I saw no line now, but I mean, you could do that if you wanted to trick somebody, or then again, the one that's laying down is the one that, I don't know. There's ways of doing it. You know what I mean?
And a lot of history surrounds it. It's reported that many staff and guests alike have heard unexplained noises and felt an unseen presence throughout the whole building. So much so that staff have started sharing some of the mind-blowing things that happened within the walls of the building. Check out one of their most recent captures. Things fall over, and unbalanced weight is obviously a factor to consider, but there is so much history within the hotel, and considering so many paranormal sightings have been reported, could this really be just a bit of unbalanced weight falling over, or something much harder to explain? Number 6. Sweet Nothings.
Ooh.
Mike was pottering about the house, just doing
this
general
one.
picking up toys duty, until he heard a voice gently whisper his name, thinking it was one of the kids messing around. He thought nothing of it, but that was when he realised that he, the dog, and the cat were the only ones in the house at the time.
I mean, I do love his pets. They're cute, and they. Yep, goodbye.
That's definitely someone saying Mike. But who could it be? You couldn't pay most people to move that fast, so his reaction seems pretty genuine. He also says that the home dates all the way back to the 1850s, so there could well be a lost soul pinging for his attention. What do you think?
Considering how old the building is, and considering the possibilities of people dying there, you know what I mean? Yeah, so we could put this one in the genuine column O. But then again, you can put like an audio file in, but his reaction was like, nope, I'm out of here.
Number 5. Starry Night. This person claims that shadow people have been active throughout their whole house for months on end, but they were never able to catch any of the activity on camera. That was until they installed a YZ camera in their bedroom and noticed that a dark shadow was cast over them while they were trying to get 40 winks.
All I can think of right now is Family Guy, guys, with the episode of Side Boob. Sorry. With Peter Griffin.
The TV even glitched alongside the shadow. How could that even happen? The original poster said that the starlights outside the bedroom door used to be projected onto the ceiling. But after seeing so many shadows out the corner of their eye, they flipped it over so it projected onto the wall to try and see the shadows in action. And to make matters even scarier, both of OP's cats and their partner were all in bed at the time the video was recorded, meaning there was nobody else that could have caused the shadow. Number 4. Showstopper. While tucked up and sleeping away, this couple felt something a little bit off. They paid it no mind and went straight back to sleep. But their security cameras showed them footage from the night before that sent chills down each one of their spines.
What's that? Ugh.
The couple took to the comments to explain that there was a doorstep wedge under the door, so they had no idea how it could have closed. It was also reportedly the only time this had ever happened, so what gives?
Ooh. Excuse me?
Number 3. Imaginary friends. This family quickly realised they were sharing their cosy home with something otherworldly. The eerie presence they felt led them to call in a ghost hunting team, which helped a bit, but not enough, so they set up house cameras for peace of mind. And that's how they caught this frightening footage.
Look, nobody's even by this. Like, this is crazy. How the heck? Look, 10:53:49. There it goes.
Whoa.
And nobody knew what the hell just happened. But I'm telling you, this is some creepy shit. Show me that picture on your phone.
To add insult to injury, according to the description, the youngest daughter, who was 4 at the time, had been wandering around just before the utensils exploded everywhere, saying she had seen a white ghost milling around nearby. And we all know that kids are more susceptible to seeing those on the other side. The full video shows the little girls clearly freaked out about that area, and for all the activity to happen in that exact spot too. Something smells spooky, doesn't it? Number 2. Security scares. Working security shifts at a hospital must be one of the eeriest jobs going.
Because don't forget, you know what I mean, as well, because I've always stated that before we come here, you know what I mean, into this world sort of thing. I mean, if you're not a new soul just born, maybe you're an old soul ready to come in and so forth, and you're still linked to the other realm, the other place that you come from, and you can see, you know, it's still the other side, the entities from the other side still, until you grow up. And then you start forgetting about it, sort of thing. So then you end up blocking and then making excuses, saying those things don't exist. So yeah.
Especially if stuff like this happens in the middle of your shift.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
See, I fucking don't. No.
God, it's cold, yeah.
That's enough to get anyone reaching for their spare pair of pants.
There you go.
Why did the guard sound so terrified? It's his job to defend and protect the building. So surely, he's seen scarier stuff than a wayward wheelchair.
Yep.
Would the souls of a patient be trying to travel through the corridors? Number 1. Dolly Daydream. You thought you could get through a compilation without the Goose Pimples Nightmare Fuel special? Well, buckle up, because this guy caught some of the creepiest haunted doll footage we have ever seen.
Nice. Let's have a look at this then. I gotta see this. Okay.
The doll head didn't look like it turned. It seemed to snap into a different position, which would be nearly impossible to do with fishing wire.
Yeah.
And the account caught this same doll moving around a few times, sometimes while locked behind a cabinet door. So what the hell could be happening here?
Oh. So that was that end, guys. That was very intriguing and stuff like that. I was expecting a bit more. I mean, but even though it's alone, I mean, if you sort of like was not expecting, then yeah, that could freak people out. Because when it's not happening to you, you just go, no, that would never happen. And then once it happens to you, especially with the was it like those objects, like cutlery or something? Can you imagine you walking past as though it's exploding up in the air, and one could easily catch you, and you could be like cut or something, or worse. I mean, can you imagine if you falling down and then straight in? Yeah. So. Well, that was Goose Pimples. I mean, absolutely a brilliant video. The title is scrolling below. So I'll go and check the guy out and everything else. And I'll catch you guys next time. So take care now. Catch you on the flip side.